Alright, so this video is going to be a little bit different. So I downloaded Omarchy Linux on my laptop and I fell in love with it. I really wanted to get into an Arch-based distro that was sort of already set up for me. I don't know, call it laziness, call it whatever you will. I know there's going to be some things in the comments, but I really wanted to get into Arch that I didn't have to really set up. So I've been using it on my laptop for about 3 weeks to a month now, and I was super excited. It loaded really easily. I had some display manager issues that I resolved, and out of the box, it just looked and felt great. But then something changed. At first I was in love, but then I started noticing some things. So first of all, everything worked right out of the box. Volume controls, Wi-Fi, screen brightness, backlighting, power, monitors. It was really easy to just jump right onto Omarchy Linux and start using it. Web browsers, YouTube, everything was just sitting there waiting for me. Installing and managing apps was effortless, and the GUI is really polished. The themes are gorgeous, the colors are gorgeous, it felt really premium. I mean, I have to say it hooked me visually from day one. Now, the key bindings were pretty easy to learn. They're not exactly how an Arch setup normally comes with, but it was pretty easy to learn. And I would say it was a great entry into Arch if you've never touched it before. If you just want something that works, that's it. And this is where Omarchy started to kind of lose me. It was kind of bloated, and by kinda, I mean really bloated. It comes with a ton of apps that I will never use. I'm not a software developer. I like to watch YouTube, I like to edit videos, I like to write notes, things of that nature. I'm a casual user in that respect. Omarchy just came with a lot of different things that, in hindsight, I definitely wouldn't have installed on my own Arch distro. And let's talk about the shortcuts again. They're kind of weird. They were more like Mac OS-y, and it took a little bit getting used to, and it still kind of has messed me up because my key bindings across my other devices are pretty much like the standard Hyperland Arch Linux setup. So every now and then I will revert back to my Omarchy settings in my brain, and it just kind of messes me up. I didn't really like the key bindings. Everything is pre-configured for you, so it really doesn't give you an opportunity. It didn't give me an opportunity to learn how to configure these things myself. In fact, alongside my Omarchy Linux journey, I downloaded Arch Linux vanilla in a virtual machine and started ricing it from there, and that's kind of where things took a turn for me. It was really satisfying to take a distro, install exactly what I want on it, configure it to look exactly what I want, and to move and act exactly like how I want one to move. Installing Arch on a virtual machine is what kind of made me begin to fall out of love with Omarchy. Now, Omarchy, I think, is still a great distro for new users who are just getting their feet wet with a tiling window manager and an Arch Linux distro. In reality, I would probably now recommend CachyOS because it is beautiful, very customizable. I think it's prettier than actually Omarchy Linux is, and it doesn't come with as much bloat as Omarchy does. I'm not knocking Omarchy Linux. It's just not for me and not what I'm into right now. I'm an avid Linux Mint user, and I have customized the heck out of my Linux Mint desktop. It looks and feels a lot different than it did out of the box, and I just love how you can go even deeper with Arch Linux and make it totally your own. In fact, on my other Lenovo ThinkPad now, I've deleted Omarchy Linux and I've got my own Arch Linux set up on it now that I'm ricing and just making look really cool. I've got some great waybar settings. I'm just really customizing Hyperland, and it feels great to really make it my own. Omarchy and I had a short fling. It was a summer love. It was beautiful. It was passionate at first, but then it's like one of those relationships where it just kind of fizzles out and you look back and you're like, well, that was great while it lasted, but I'm glad it's over. If you're new to Linux, give it a shot. You might like it. You might like what it comes with. If you're a software developer, you might enjoy all the development tools on it. I don't want to dissuade anyone from trying Omarchy Linux. It just wasn't what I was into at the time. Thank you guys for watching this honest video. Hit like if you like this kind of content. Subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot more videos coming up in the future about Linux distros, and I'll even show you a little bit of my on Arch with Hyperland. Peace.